What's up, guys? Winter Kills here. Welcome back to a brand new duel video. Today we've got Gem Knights versus Phantasm Spirals. You guys seem to like the last video of that Spirals were a part of. And I know I said I was gonna get a deck profile, but my friend isn't too keen on doing one yet because it's not. I think what he would put in is basically not finished yet. I mean, it is a finished deck, obviously, 40 cards. I don't think there's any proxies, but it could be better, is what he was trying to say. So it might be a little longer until there is a profile, but I will try to be getting one nonetheless, regardless whether or not he thinks his build is good enough or not. I will try to get a profile for you guys. And speaking of profiles and finished decks, Mermails is pretty much complete. I'm just waiting on a Moray of Greed. I did have a video of it recorded, but there was two key mistakes, one made by me and one made by my opponent, that pretty much renders the video useless. So that one has been foregone, and there will be a deck profile soon. Once I get the... I'm literally missing 2 cards, and I know you guys have been waiting, but I'm literally missing 2 cards, and I've got some non-meta, really, matchups. This is one of them. I mean, it's not... The other one does have a little bit of meta in it, but it's a little bit different, I guess. And it has a pretty hilarious ending to it, which is kind of cool. So yeah, Gem Knight player not able to get too much going there, using Foolish Burial Goods to send that Spiritual Swords of Revealing Light to the graveyard, just so he can get another turn. If need be, try to go for the Dante plays we saw, but that did not end up going through. Has his token, another dinosaur on the board, able to swing in for... at least attempt to swing in, and it'll be negated by the Spiritual Swords. And I'm not sure if there's much he can do in response, and he will pass back. I was sitting on the side of the brilliant player, and he did not open up well at all, unfortunately, and sometimes that just happens. I try to record a video of something, and the one I get to record sometimes just isn't the one that does the best, like... or not, maybe not does the best, like, in statistically, but like just regarding what happens in the video, you know, whatever happens, I guess. So he does normal summon the Spiral Dragon, tributes 2, and gets the effect of another Pacifist. This field spell card, I believe, to when your opponent activates any effect, period, you search a Spiral card from deck to hand. And I believe when a normal monster is summoned, you can special summon a token. You will equip it from grave using Phantasm, I think, like Spiral Power. I'm pretty sure that's the name of the card. In the last duel video, we talked about what some of the cards do. The deck isn't half bad. Its primary goal is to basically get out Spiral Dragon and get tons of equip cards on it, and use the traps as primarily protection for everything else you have in your field. But brilliant player will not have anything to follow up there, and they're just going to go into game 2, starting things off with a Pot of Duality. I believe he added Demise off of that, if I'm not mistaken. Plenty of draw power. Activates Pacifist and passes. Hand not too well, kind of like the same situation our brilliant player was in last turn. He'll get to summon the token and get a search, getting some free advantage there. Activating Heat Wave on his turn and setting one and equipping him with the equip spell, which I think will give it an extra 500 attack, and it'll swing in, and since it has dealt damage to his opponent, you can summon a Spiral Dragon from his deck and equip that equip card to the Spiral Dragon. Now he's got a bit of a bigger threat on the field, and he will have to discard a card from his hand, discarding I think that's Gem Knight Fusion from his hand. And unfortunately, brilliant player did not open up that well either this game. and he will attempt to swing in. Much like we saw in game 1 of using the Spiritual Source, sort of give him an extra turn. Going against 4 back row, activating Instant Fusion. For Thousand Eyes Restrict, trying to put a threat on the board to bait out some of that back row, and it's going to work. Activating Brilliant Fusion. Finally, some brilliant plays. And it looks like it's going to go through. Heat Wave is no longer in effect this turn, so we'll be able to get that off. Sending Obsidian and I think Lazuli for that Brilliant Fusion monster, which I'm not sure what its name is. And I think that's Lapis Lazuli or Gem Knight Lapis or something. Activate another Foolish Burial Goods. Sending Gem Knight Fusion. The card pretty much can come back to your hand, I think, by banishing a Gem Knight card. Just like that. Very, very good card. It's like one of the best Gem Knight cards in the deck next to Brilliant Fusion. And he will have a trap card in response. And he'll discard a spell for Brilliant Fusion to boost up his monster by, I believe, not boost it up, but give it its like original attack, because I'm pretty sure whatever monster it brings out it does not have any attack or defense, but he will boost it. Activating Terraforming to activate, or not activate, but to grab Pacifist, the only field spell in the deck, one of the best ones. And he will attempt to swing into his Gem Knight Fusion. The field spell, or not the field spell, the equip spell will activate since he had done damage. Special another Spiral Dragon from the deck and re-equip it with that card, since another effect I believe was activated. Gets to search. No, pass back. Double Spiral Dragon on the board. Activating another Brilliant Fusion. Don't know if he has anything in response. I don't think he does. Sending Lazuli and the other normal monster to basically add back that, I think it was a Lapis, to his hand. To summon Lapis Lazuli. I'm pretty sure that's the name of that fusion right there. The deck, I have seen him play it before, can make a decent amount of rank 5s like Durendal and stuff, because it does have access to some level 5 fusion monsters. Whether it be through Brilliant Fusion or Instant Fusion like Panzer Dragon and stuff like that. So the deck has some rank 5 access. Does have access to Seraphinite, of course, by playing the Brilliant Fusion engine. Very, very cool. And then he's going to Fusion Summon for this other fusion monster, which I believe has the effect to maybe copy another Gem Knight, but I don't think that was the one. He's going to activate another Brilliant, or not activate another Brilliant Fusion, but activate another Gem Knight Fusion. I do apologize. I am very unfamiliar with the Gem Knight archetype. I'm just trying to basically, you know, keep up with what's going on here. 2 Gem Knight Lapis and his Gem Knight Fusion monster. This is the guy that basically, I believe, banishes or targets a Gem Knight Engrave, and it copies the effect, so it does banish it, and it does gain the effect, and I'm pretty sure it's got a high amount of stats. And he will, I think it does discard to destroy something, and he's going to end up discarding the Gem Knight Fusion to destroy the Spiral Dragon, get rid of that equipped spell card. Starting to make a bit of a comeback, adding back the Gem Knight Fusion. That card is actually insane. Like, the recurability on that card, I remember a while back, maybe about a year and a half ago, I played at a different locals on Saturdays than the one I do now, and I ended up playing somebody who was playing Gem Knights and literally making multiple fusions in a single turn. Call the Haunted on the attempt of his fusion swinging in, going for Spiral Dragon, searching another Spiral Trap card. And I don't think it's going to work out too well here. There's so much advantage on the Spiral player's board, just to the one monster that our Brilliant Fusion player controls. Allure of Darkness, discarding the Predaplant monster. Not the one that you want to discard, though, unfortunately. That's the one that you'd rather keep in your hand. Hopefully the other card he was able to draw will do him some good. But it has to be a pretty good card in this situation. But as I was saying, the Gem Knight Fusion card on its own is not a joke, really. The card is actually very busted. Like, you can fusion summon multiple times in a turn so long as you have the fodder for it. And especially like late to mid game, it could be very easy. Getting rid of the set Shaddoll Fusion, not being able to activate that. No monster special from the actor deck, probably no Shaddolls in hand. And I'll end up swinging for a game. Unfortunately, we couldn't see much happen on the Brilliant, or not the Brilliant, the Gem Knights, Gem Knight player side of the board. It's unfortunate, nothing I can do about it, completely out of my control. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to leave a like. I did have a Mermail video, but like I said, due to certain circumstances, it had to be trashed. Horrible mistake on my part, and a horrible mistake on the part of the other player, which is unfortunate. It was some Zephyr versus Mermail, and it was not uploadable. So yeah, I do apologize for that in advance. Anyways, it was like nothing I could really do about it at the time. It was just something that had completely slipped my mind, and probably the mind of the other player as well. I've got a really good match coming up next. It should be Metal Foe Draco Zoo versus Paleozoic. You guys definitely should watch that. It's got a very interesting turnout. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like. And as always, guys, Winterkill signing out. Thank you so much for watching. Almost at 5,000 subscribers, guys. Cannot thank you guys enough for all the continued support. I don't even know what I'm going to do at 5K. It's going to be crazy. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for the continued support. Leave a like if you enjoyed. And as always, Winterkill signing out. We'll see you in the next one.